me? Oh, okay. Oh man, sorry about that, guys. For those of you who don't know, well, we should probably test the stream first and make sure it's actually working. Give me a second. I am subscribed to my own channel, so it should tell me when I myself am streaming. Let's see. Okay. No. And my audio's working. Good deal. Okay. So, for those of you who don't know, my power was out all this afternoon, and I was afraid I wasn't going to even be able to do this. At least not in the time that I thought. But thankfully, it came back on not too long ago, and I was able to get everything up and running before. Well, I'm like 4 minutes late, so I apologize, but what can you do? But yeah, thanks everyone for joining. Hope everyone's day's going fantastic, week's going fantastic, quarantine's going fantastic. If you are watching after the stream, when we are not live, and you would like to contribute still, the links are all in the description for Patreon and all that kind of stuff. We're trying to move to Dallas and create a bigger facility in place for more birds and things like that, for those of you who don't know. So that's what we're working on. And oh, Maeve is now jumping on the camera. Okay. What was I saying? She's flying all over the place. Hopefully you guys don't hear the air conditioning in the background. I'm going to have it on for a while because the house got pretty warm whenever everything was going on and the power was out. So, not much I can do there. But, I think people are actually super chatting already, so I should probably check that out. Everyone take the time to go ahead and hit like and all that good stuff, by the way, because it helps the algorithm out with the channel, and it helps the channel out as a whole, and you know, that way we can do more I can be more comfortable. That's always a good thing, and the birds can be more comfortable, and we can have more birds in the future. So, okay, let's get this. You guys know I have to have one of these. Where's Beatrix? She is in the other room. We'll let her out a little bit later, but I'm trying to stress that I'm trying not to stress her out, guys. I know you guys really want to see her during the live streams and stuff, but like I don't want to stress her out too badly. And it's better if I just go slowly with her with that kind of stuff, because having her out during the streams when I'm talking constantly and things are a little more chaotic, it really just stresses her out and makes her nervous. And then when she's nervous, all the other birds get nervous too. So, but we will let her out eventually. Let's see here. May have just regurgitated a blueberry that you guys can't see. Maybe I should pull the camera out a bit. Need to try to get back on my page here so I can read all your comments. Ow, stop. Look, we're trying to read what people are saying about you. Let's see what they have to say. Only bad things, I hope. Say Maeve is stinky. I'm just kidding. Okay. We should be ready to roll now. Let's see. Andy Z, what's up, Andy? Good to see you again. Says, how has my week been going? With tongue out face. How has my week been going? Pretty good, I guess. I filmed some videos that I know you guys are gonna really like. Oh God, Maeve, you want one of these? Come here. Come here. Birds are such majestic creatures. Come here, you clumsy thing. You want one of these or not? Come here. Come on. There you go. If you guys super chat, put in the comments if you want me to give one of them a blueberry, and I will. Just make sure to specify which bird and all that kind of stuff, or a scratch or whatever. Why? I just fed you like an hour ago. I don't know why you're freaking out so much. You want more? Okay. You're crazy, you know that? Are you gonna eat it? Or just stare at the other ones? We need to read people's comments. Don't wipe your beak on my shirt, please. Here. We'll give Tupac a couple. Here. Okay. Oh, man. Well, I got the mic a little bit closer today. Let me, we're gonna do some ASMR today. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Oh, how was my week? That's what Andy asked. I'm trying to remember what I did this week. You know, there's not really much you can do lately. I started packing some stuff up around my house into like rubber boxes or crates or whatever you want to call it, big Rubbermaid containers. I figured since there's all this downtime now and I have time, I might as well just try to pack all the stuff I don't need up so that if it does come time for me to move, you know, later this year, it'll be easier. So I did some of that. What else? Had a group video chat with my sisters and my dad. What else? Man, I mean, mainly just spent a lot of time with the birds and chilled a lot. And like I said, I filmed a couple of new videos I know you guys are going to really like. One was a sequel to how to tell when a toucan wants to be pet, which was for some reason caught on a lot this past week, and the channel's been doing really well, by the way, guys, which is amazing. But so I did a sequel to that, but with Maeve and Tupac now. And what else? Oh, the other one was something you guys have been requesting a lot, which was the mirror test, where you test to see if an animal has self-recognition or is self-aware, like basically if it's smart enough to be aware of its own existence, and you put a mirror out and you see how they interact with the mirror, and then you put a mark somewhere on their body, and then you let them see that mark in the mirror, and then if they can determine that that's them and that they can't see it normally and they try to get it off, they have a recognition of that other bird in the mirror being themselves. So I did that with Tupac and Maeve and Beatrix. Most of the test was with Maeve because she behaves the most normally. But there were some very interesting results. So it's probably going to take me a little while to edit that video because there's a couple hours of footage that I'm going to have to edit down to, 15, 20 minutes. But it was really interesting, and some things happened that I didn't quite expect that I found really fascinating. So I have those two filmed, and I'll have to do probably a voiceover for that one as well. But I'll probably put one of them out tomorrow, probably the pet one, or the how to tell when a toucan wants to be pet video. I'll probably put that out tomorrow, and then I'll work on the other one and then put it out sometime later next week. So, but I've been trying to think of a lot of unusual ideas for videos lately, since there's we've had this downtime, or not downtime, just time where you can't really do much of anything but think about that kind of stuff. What are you doing? Hey. Why are you being so mischievous right now? Okay, well let's continue on with the comments here. La 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 la. Okay, that was Andy's comment. Alex Keskis, hopefully I'm saying your name right, sent $1.99, but with no comment. Thank you, Alex. Acer Light 125 sent $19.99. Thank you, Acer. Very generous. Thank you so much. No comment though. Same with the next one, Shane Porter. No comment. Russ Britt is asking, you said you're in Louisiana, whereabouts? I'm in Baton Rouge. I'm way up north near Texas and near Shreveport. I'm not in Shreveport, but I'm close to it. So outside of the city limits of Shreveport, but in that general area. But that's about four hours north of you or so. I have a few friends that live in Baton Rouge. And Barbara Lynn sent $20. Thank you so much, Barbara. And she says, hope you're staying safe. Please give Tupac a scritch for me. Let's see if he'll let me. Okay, kinda. He's not really into it right now, though. We're staying safe. Well, I am, at least. The birds can't catch anything, thankfully. But I haven't left the house. My sister's actually been bringing me groceries and stuff. The same sister from my other videos that you guys are familiar with. So, hopefully is the audio too loud? I think it's good. I want to make sure it's not too loud. Then what else? Yeah, I haven't really left much because I'm more vulnerable to stuff like this because of my heart. So I've been trying to stay out of trouble. Why don't we take a look at some of the other comments? Oh, I should post on Instagram that we're live. Maybe I should do that real quick. Oh, crap. Had it on a timer. Hey, Maeve, come back here and take a picture with me so we can tell everyone on Instagram that we're live. Come here. Come here. Oh. No, Tupac's kind of blurry, but it'll have to do. Okay, wait, let's find the link. There we go. And we'll share it to, here, we'll do one of Tupac for that part of the story. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. And we're gonna make this, well, let's change that color actually. There we go. Okay, and we're gonna put the link here, and we are going to post it right now. There we go. Okay, that's a goofy picture of me, but we're gonna let it slide this time. Okay, I think I missed a chat here while I was doing that. Wait, did some of these have comments and I missed them? No, these are new ones. Emily Pancakes says, please give both toucans a blueberry for me. We can do that. Maeve, here you go. And Tupac, here you go. What else? Alex again, Alex Keskis. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Hello to the toucans. Give them a blueberry for me. More blueberries. They want you to have all the blueberries, guys. Here you go. There you go. Charlie the Supersaurus. Good to see you again, Charlie. Sends, is that euros? I think it is. 30 euros. Thank you, Charlie. Very generous. Hi, Brock. Hope all is well. Much love to everyone out there and the birds. Ever played AVP 2010, Alien vs. Predator 2010 game, or the Terrible Aliens Colonial Marines game? Campaign for Maeve Stop and Unleash the Kraken merch. We'll have to, yeah, I might have to do that for the merch. I need to update some of the designs for the merch. So, yes, I did play the Aliens vs. Predator game in 2010, and I was actually super stoked for it because I was waiting for a next-gen, modern Alien vs. Predator game for a long time. You know, ever since I was a kid playing the original ones in like 2000 or 1999 or whenever the first one came out. So I was really excited for that game, and it was a little underwhelming, although I did play quite a bit of it. I played Aliens Colonial Marines, again, same reasons. I was really looking forward to it, and I remember when they started a game called Aliens Colonial Marines on the PlayStation 2, and then canceled it, and then brought it back with Gearbox, and then I was really excited about that, and then they kind of botched that too, and it was a terrible game. So I played both. I think I probably liked AVP 2010 better than Colonial Marines. But Alien Isolation, that's the best one, for sure. Alien Isolation was awesome. I loved it. For those of you who don't know, we were talking about video games back the last stream last week. All right, so one of my friends sent me a sixer for my dignity. Thank you. Thank you, Ariane. Okay. Let's continue on. I think that was the last one, though. Okay. Oh, here we go. Jennifer Reynolds. Hey, hello again, Jennifer. Good to see you. She sent $5 and says, Happy Easter. Any chance we'll get a sequel to Easter Egg Hunt from last year? You know, I was thinking about that, and I don't think it's possible because I don't have those eggs anymore. I can't find them anywhere. I found like half of one under the couch the other day, and I did want to do one with Maeve, but I can't go and get Easter eggs right now. So I guess I could have someone bring them to me, but I think it might just be better to wait until next year when Easter's actually happening normally, hopefully, and then we'll do a sequel with hopefully all three of the birds. Maybe Beatrix will be more receptive to normal human interaction at that point. Hopefully she will be, at least, but I think that would be the best course of action. That's my opinion, at least. But I do want to do a sequel to that video. I enjoyed doing that one. I'm going to try to read some of the other comments here, like the normal ones. Charlie's talking about Colonial Marines again. Yeah, Charlie, I'm reading your comments, and I heard the same thing, that there was some part in the script or code or something that was like one thing was wrong, or there was one line that was not supposed to be there, and then if you just change that, it goes completely back to normal. I saw that too. I never tried it because I was already over the game by the time. I mean, it was like years had passed by the time someone figured that out. Let me pull the camera back a little bit so you guys can see more of Maeve. Wrong way. Move the little table over a little bit. Hopefully when I move, I'll set up some kind of studio or something that's a little easier to film in. Here, hold on a second. Let me do something. Maeve, are you getting into blueberries? You are, aren't you? I brought my mouse out here so I can see if I can control anything from this far away. Let's see. Oh yeah, it does work. Let's see. Does it? Kinda. I wanted to see if I could fix anything on the computer if I needed to from this distance. Why are you dropping these here? Huh? That's it? Okay. Let's not waste blueberries, okay? I don't want to go out and get them again. Or make Blake do it, I mean. Okay, don't play with the mouse either. Let's turn that off for now. Okay. Oh. Where will I be opening the new Toucan rescue? I'll pay to visit and tour the sanctuary. Probably somewhere outside of Dallas. That's my goal right now. It's gonna take a while to get it set up where I can accept visitors, but that is the end goal eventually, to have it where some of you guys can come and visit if you want to and see the birds. Hey, why are you doing this? You just drop them on the floor. Why do you want them so much? Huh? Weirdo. But yeah, that's the end goal, is to be able to do that, but it's going to take a while because it's going to cost, a lot of money to build the proper enclosures and everything that I would need. So, but hopefully we will get there at some point. But the first step is just to get to a place where I can actually build that stuff if I need to. Try to adjust the position of the camera real quick. That's wrong way. Maeve, did you just poop on the couch? She did. Ah! Don't knock anything over, Maeve. Try to reposition the camera here. I have to clean up your poop now. Hey, stop! Stop doing that. Stop spreading poop everywhere. She doesn't usually actually poop on the couch. It's always on the back of it. Ah, Maeve. Freaking gross. You don't want to get sat on. Excuse me. Oh, man. Why does my... Let's see if I can fix that. Maybe if I change the resolution here, it'll... For some reason, I have my screen casting for my computer up here so I can see and just make sure everything's recording properly. And then when I do, it messes up the okay, there we go. I think that works. It messes up the video output thing from what I see on here. So that seems to have worked though. Okay. Let's check the comments here. You want to look too? Okay. Are you looking? What do you think? Everyone hit like, by the way, if you haven't already. Ow! Why are you being so ornery today? Oh, what are you doing? Okay, did you just have poop on your heel? Oh my god. Oh. Can you go over there? I gotta go clean my hands in a second, but I'll read this comment first. Guchin asks, do you know how they make that clicking sound? Yes, it's with their syrinx. It's their actual voice. It's not a mechanical noise. It's like me talking. It's the same thing. Like, it's not a, hey, why are you being so ornery today? Huh? Stop. Get all this nastiness off because of you. Yeah. That's your handiwork. Why don't you take a bath? That's what you usually do, huh? Look. Look. There's a bath down here. Wanna come here? It's not on her feet. Excuse me. Okay, sorry about that, guys. This stream has been crazy. I apologize. Why does the screen keep going weird? This is really irritating. Ow! Can you not bite my butt, please? Stop that. Stop. Come here. Go take a bath. I don't know why she's being so crazy today. Okay. Oh, man. Let's get the mic over here. Look at her under here. Can you be nice? Can you be cooperative? Try not to poop everywhere again, okay? Let's see what I missed. Alright, I don't think I missed anything, thankfully. Oh, man. Whew. It's been a long month. How's everyone's month been? With everything happening. I'm gonna try to read some of the normal comments here. Oh, now we just got a super chat. Let me read that first. Stan Stepos asks, when they open their mouth, I always notice a tiny pointy thing. Is that their tongue? So tiny and pointy? I'm not sure what you're referring to that's tiny and pointy. Their tongue is like, it goes across the entire length of the bill. It's like a skinny, feather-looking, well, maybe I can you show people your tongue? You don't want me to touch you right now? Here. Oh, well, people can't see it anyway. Maybe you're talking about in the back, like in the throat, where you can see part of the tongue goes up and then it kind of comes straight across, like it kind of goes like shoop, and then the tongue continues on that way. But there's a little like bent part towards the throat that they can use to like push the food back into their throat, basically. Maybe that's what you're talking about. I'm not sure what you're. I don't think. I mean, I wouldn't describe their tongue as spiky. It's like a feather. If you Google, let's see if I Google toucan tongue, if it'll tell me, or if it'll show me. Oh, it's just my video. Google toucan tongue, and you'll see a good picture of it. Looks like this. See if you guys can see on the phone there or not. I don't know if it'll be in focus. Probably not. Oh, you can kind of see it. See? That's what their tongue's very small and skinny, or thin and skinny. If you just Google toucan tongue, there's videos of me showing it, and there's some pictures as well. But that's the only thing I know of that's in their mouth. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I describe it as spiky, but I'm assuming that's what you're referring to. So that's the only thing that's actually in their mouth. Okay. Let's see what else is saying. Or what? Excuse me. Will I be putting out a call for volunteers to help in constructing the sanctuary? I know money donations are mostly helpful, but I have labor to give. I don't know. We'll cross that road when it comes to it. I can't envision me building the enclosures myself. I'll probably hire somebody to come and do it properly, somebody that actually knows what they're doing, because I don't want to entrust birds, that are staying out there to my own knowledge of how something works. Hey, can you stop? Look. I don't know. We'll just have to see. I guess we'll just have to see what happens. I don't even know where to start in a lot of ways. I know the first thing I'm going to do is build one place that's kind of like basically an enclosed backyard is what my first goal is to do. Like in Florida where they have the screened in backyards where they put their pool and stuff in, or they have the pool underneath of it to help keep mosquitoes and bugs and stuff out. I'm thinking about doing that basically, but not having a pool. I don't want a pool. But to have that entire area enclosed where I can just go outside when I want to, and the birds can go outside when they want to, and stay outside for as long as they want, and then come back inside whenever they're ready. So that's the first goal. I don't have I do. I mean, for the outdoor enclosures that I'd want to build, like if it was a normal sanctuary, like what you'd envision a sanctuary would be like rows of large enclosures for the animals to live in. But they'd have to be wide. Dave. Hey, why are you being so naughty today? Huh? Why can't you just be normal? Just be normal. Every time we do these streams, like earlier in the day, she's just like spazzing out constantly. Do we need to start doing them at night again? Then other people can't watch if they're not in the United States. They can't watch if we do it later. She doesn't care. But what I'm trying to say is, like, I need either like something like retired breeders or birds that are just generally wild and shouldn't really be interacted with much with people is what I build those other enclosures outdoors for. But for the time being, all the birds I have can be inside and stay inside. And I mean, Beatrix is on the edge of being a little wild, but I think she'll come around eventually. So I don't see any reason to build those right away because it's gonna be very expensive for me to move and then even just build one aviary out there for these birds, because my first priority is the birds I already have, and then we'll move on to thinking about more wild, the birds that would need to be outside and not in the house. So I don't know. The thing about retired breeders and stuff is that first of all, there's not that many people breeding toucans. There's like a handful of breeders maybe. But I've seen photos of these breeders that once the birds outlive their use for reproduction and stuff like that, they get sick or whatever else, they put them, they don't treat them well. I'm going to say that. Not all of them, but a lot of the places don't treat them well. They'll put them in small wire cages, and basically they have no space to move or do anything, and they're just left there to die essentially, because they don't make the breeders money anymore. They can't breed them anymore, and if they get sick, they don't want to spend $2,000 getting the bird healthy if it's not going to benefit them financially by reproducing more birds to sell. So they put them in these tiny cages, and they're left there to die essentially, because they don't have any use once they stop breeding. Now, I know of some breeders that do this, but a lot of times they're not going to want to even give these birds up potentially to somebody else, because they don't want it getting out that this kind of stuff happens. You know what I mean? So it's a tricky situation where, like, ideally I'd like to be able to have the option where, okay, we're both, well, I'm not really benefiting that much. I mean, I'm benefiting because you guys get to see other birds, but they're benefiting because the birds don't have to be a nuisance to them anymore, and the birds can have a healthy life somewhere else that's not competition to them, breeding-wise, and live out the rest of their lives not without the pressure of having to breed, and get the health care they need and stuff like that. And I'm willing to put in the money to get the birds healthy and to give them a home for however long, even though they're not going to interact with me because their breeders are wild. They're not going to be pets at all. You want down? There you go. But I don't know if that's going to even happen. There's so few toucans out there that there's going to have to be a lot of planning that goes into that aspect of the facility, essentially. So, there's no wireframe for things like this. There's no place I can go and Google and see how to go about doing. I'm kind of just feeling my way through. You know what I mean? Hopefully you guys can hear me. Sorry, I'm leaning a little bit forward. Hopefully you guys can hear me now. Are you going to jump down, Tupac? I don't know if you guys noticed, but he does have a little carpet over there now. Okay, there you go. Maeve, you've got to stop. I'm going to put you up and go get Beatrix if you don't stop. You're probably giving everybody a fright in their ears from the loudness. La 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 la. Okay, let's read comments though. Maeve, stop that. Go somewhere else. Look at her. Oh. Good lord. Okay, no birds on screen right now, but Maeve is sitting on the little perch right here in front of the camera. There, she's got her head sticking up. Don't you jump over here again. Okay. Tupac's down here eating, and he'll be back up in a second. Maeve, you're so clumsy. What are you doing today? What is wrong with you? Are you hormonal or something? What is going on? What's going on with you? You getting hormonal? When toucans get hormonal, they just start attacking everything and getting spastic. Start getting spastic and stuff. Oh boy. Okay. La 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 la. Trying to get caught up on comments while I was talking for all that time. Hopefully people aren't showing up late because I said that I might not start the stream until like 3 p.m. Is the mic okay? Is everyone able to hear me okay? It looks like it's still working properly. I got sound on my screen here, so that's good. You're gonna mess up the whole stream, you know that? Okay. Hello there. How do you say your name? Lida? Lida? Who have I been talking to about the enclosures? Lida, maybe? Lida Bonner? Please tell me if I'm saying that right. Because I'm reading your comments here, and you said you have experience building outdoor enclosures for cockatoos, and you're familiar with safe trees and plants and birds. The thing I'm worried about is animals being able to burrow underneath of it and get inside the enclosure, or raccoons, or like any of that kind of stuff. I don't want any other outside forces interfering with the birds if they're out there. La 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 la. Trying to get caught up on comments here. People are having like 15 different conversations at once. Maeve's being entertaining at least. How about the fact that we hit 200,000 subscribers the other day and it's already to like 223,000? Like, the channel's been doing amazing this past month. I don't know what I mean, I know the world situation to some extent has some effect on what's going on, but not not to the extent it is doing right now. For some reason, the channel's just starting to blow up. Well, hopefully it's starting to blow up. We did get a massive spike at the very least, which is great. So, and it's really been able to help me with these live streams and all that kind of stuff. And then with everything going on, it's a lot easier for me to save money so that we can move soon. So that's a good thing. Hello there. I'm gonna back off the mic. Hey, can you stop? Please stop. I'm trying to adjust the volume. Don't want to hurt people's ears. How's that? Is that better, guys? A little better? Need to, here, maybe I can actually bring up the stream and see what it sounds like. Trying to adjust the volume. Don't want to hurt people's ears. How's that? Is that better, guys? That sounds good. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. See, like the viewer numbers are increasing right now, and it's because I made a post saying I didn't know if I was going to be able to start till like 3:30. So I think everyone's just now showing up. That's my fault. We'll keep, if people keep showing up a little bit late, we'll keep the stream going a little bit longer, since I said 3:30 because the whole power outage thing. Maeve, you're a crazy bird. You're insane. Ooh, man, my shoulders. Ow. Okay, that's a little better. Let's try it. We'll try to give her a toy. So she's not. Usually if she wants a toy, she'll come down here and get one. Here. Come destroy this little bird. There you go. Have fun. She might go try to drown it. Let's see what she does. Oh, Tupac's ready to come back up. There we go. Tupac got his food. Maeve got her toy. Sam Stepo says, it was the tongue, thank you, curiosity solved. Okay, that was who, that's who was asking me earlier about the sharp thing in their mouth. Glad we figured that out for you. Oh, I should probably check the other thingy. My phone keeps saying it's about to rain outside, but it's like super sunny, so I don't know what it's talking about. You wanna see this? You wanna see what we're doing? We're reading people's comments again. You wanna look at them? No, don't poop on me. No! Ah! Let me bring this up for a sec. Good Lord. Okay, I did miss one. I will answer it when I get back, though, and I'll read it when I get back. I gotta clean this poop up now. Don't you mess with that microphone again, mate. Okay, she didn't get any of my pants, thankfully. Maeve! Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Hopefully the microphone didn't get messed up. Looks like everything's still working. Maybe if I put it back here, this is where I normally have it. She'll leave it alone. I don't know why she's so keen on messing with it today, but sorry guys if you're wearing headphones. I hope nobody's ears were damaged in the making of this live stream. Hold on a second. Are you waiting for me to come back? So Maeve is probably going through puberty right now also. Let's not sit on that part of the couch. So, that's probably why she's being it. Well, you know, generally this is just how toucans are. They're little shits, you know? And it's easier to contrast it because Tupac doesn't act normal. Beatrix doesn't act normal. Well, Beatrix acts wild, but Maeve acts like a normal toucan. So, can you imagine having like several of these things both being ornery, or all being ornery? Yeah, all of them being ornery, just like you. The only thing I am useful for is as a perch. A temporary perch and food dispenser. Let's try to get caught up on comments here. Oh, here's the one I was gonna read before I had to get up. Deadlift is asking, how many blueberries do they eat per week? Which bird eats the most? A number for how many blueberries they eat? I have no idea, in all honesty. I know that they go through maybe 2 or 3. How many ounces is that? I need to look up and see how many ounces the bags are. Let's see here. Okay. So they go through probably 2 or 3 48-ounce bags of frozen blueberries a week. And then in addition to that, they get cantaloupe and pears or papaya or any other type of fruit like that. Or something, dragon fruit now, a little bit. In a medley of fruit in their bowls a few times a day. So, but that's just the blueberries. So blueberries, about 2 to 3 bags of 48 ounce. Well, how many ounces is that? I can't do math. It's 96. Is that right? Over 96. It's like it's probably over 100 ounces of blueberries, and then other fruit mixed in to the varying degrees. Usually it's half blueberries. Well, sometimes it's a third blueberries and then a third Well, it just depends on the day. I like to change it up a little bit, so it just provides some sense of variety. But they're normally the same few fruits in different combinations. But there's always blueberries and cantaloupe, or not can. Right now it's cantaloupe. Usually it's papaya. So no mangoes. I don't give them mangoes. Mangoes are too sugary. I'll give them blueberry or not blueberries, bananas, like cooking bananas that are like plantains, red bananas, stuff like that, that are lower in sugar. And ideally, it would be blueberries, papaya, maybe some guava, or bananas, like low sugar bananas, and then perhaps some figs. And Maeve seems to really like dragon fruit, so I try to get her a dragon fruit maybe once every 2 weeks or so. Now that we've done that video and she seems to really like it, I've started incorporating it into her diet more. So, oh, it is raining. Is that rain? I think it is raining. How about that? Okay. Sorry. I know you like people ask these like simple questions and then I go way overboard answering them, and I'm sorry about that. I think Maeve hears the rain. You know what? That might be. So I read something online where the natives of South America and yeah, the native people of South America, I forget which tribes. Can you not mess with the mic again? Say that they can tell when it's about to rain because the toucans will start calling. They'll start making a bunch of noise. So Maeve was really noisy this morning, and now she's being ornery. So I'm wondering if maybe there is some truth to that. Maybe they do start acting a little crazy whenever it's about to rain. What you doing? You want pets? Will that help you calm down if I give you a little pet? Come here, you little shit. Can you just love me? Just love me for a little bit. No, don't leave me. She's like, what are you doing? Are you crazy? I should probably check PayPal too for any comments. Daniela Catalina says, where's the Kraken? She makes the streams fun. I'll get her out a little bit later. Once we'll wait for other viewers to come in, because I think most of the people here are probably either regulars or people overseas, and that's why I made the stream a little bit earlier, so that they have an opportunity to watch too. But once our not Native Americans, but our American friends, like myself, start joining us, I'll go and get Beatrix. So, don't knock that over. I think she's looking at herself in there's like a little mirror on the play button. Okay, she likes to spend a lot of time on that shelf and knock everything off of it. I did some rearranging and I tried to move stuff off the shelf, but it has not helped. Alright, that's the only super chat thing we have. But let's check PayPal. Just in case. Make sure there's any we didn't miss any comments here. Okay, no comment. No comment. Okay. Alright, we're caught up then. I'll try. Maeve. No. Don't break that. I'm sorry if that's hurting your ears, guys. I really am. Hopefully it's not. Is it still? It's still probably really late, and some people are saying in Germany it's really late. Why don't I stream on Twitch? I don't have an audience on Twitch for starters. All my audience is on YouTube, but maybe I think I'll probably eventually do a Twitch channel and do a dual stream thing. So I can stream here to the people that already watch, and then maybe we'll get some new audience on Twitch, but we'll see. Okay. Tupac is very chill. Has Maeve stopped watching you shower? Has she stopped? No, she followed me in there last night. That's one thing she hasn't stopped. She stopped jumping on my phone or on the camera as often, but she still follows me into the bathroom. So she's an anxious one. I might do a video on this. I want to know what you guys think while you're out here, because I was watching one of. So I was already thinking about this for the past couple of weeks, or actually past couple months. I was learning about like attachment styles with people and stuff. Look at her trying to turn the faucet on in there. Attachment styles. And like for me, I don't know if you guys have seen that or not, but there's like 4 main attachment styles that people have based on how they grew up and other events in their life. And I was kind of wondering if that applied to birds in some way, because I can see that each of my birds at least have qualities that would maybe put them into those separate categories based on how they behave. So like for Maeve, she's definitely anxious. She wants to be around me constantly, and she's afraid that I'm going to leave, and she's not going to know what I'm doing, and she's definitely an anxious little one. What are you doing in there, Maeve? She knows. See how she knows I'm talking to her. She knows her name. Sometimes she wants to ignore it, but I said her name, and she came and looked for me. I'm watching her on the screen here. What are you doing over there? Don't poop in your water. You gonna take a bath now? She's about to take a bath, I bet. Watch. Jump, do it. She's washing her beak. She's gonna start scratching it. Sometimes they just wash their beak and nothing else. See, she's not drinking. She's just splashing water over her beak. Oh, there she goes. Now she's taking a bath. You gonna get water everywhere now? I see people sending things here. What's my Twitch name? I don't have a Twitch yet. I need to start one and do a dual stream or whatever it's called. You back, Maeve? Don't mess with that microphone. Don't do it. Don't you even think about it. I'm watching you. Okay. She's good. Let's see. Brianna Aaron. Someone keeps asking what your favorite Foreigner song is. Could you answer them, please? Who was asking? But thank you for sending that in, Brianna, especially since it wasn't even your question. What is my favorite Foreigner song? I don't know if I have a favorite, really. trying to think if there's any one I could narrow down to being my favorite. I'll just list off the ones that I know I like for sure, which is probably going to be a lot. I like Hot Blooded, obviously. Feels Like the First Time. Those are pretty common ones. I Want to Know What Love Is. Star Rider. Dirty White Boy. Long Way From Home. Head Knocker. Blue Morning. Blue Day. What else? La, 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 la. I Need You. Woman Oh Woman. A Jukebox Hero. I like Jukebox Hero, but it's not my favorite. I would say it's not my favorite one of their songs. I like a lot of their music. I don't know if I have any one favorite, but those are the songs that come off the top of my head. Just off, if someone put me on the spot, I guess I was put on the spot and asked what my favorite songs were, those are probably what I would say. I'm just trying to think if that's... I'd like to say I could narrow it down to one that was my favorite, but I don't think I could. I don't have one singular favorite movie or band or anything like that either. Okay. But thank you, Brianna, for bringing that question to my attention. Because I don't get to read... it's hard for me to read all the other comments. And right now it's a little bit easier because the audience is a little smaller. But, the comments keep going on here, and it's hard to keep track of them. Oh, update the bar. Yeah, I do need to update the bar. The thumbnail pic? Talk about the thumbnail pic. Do you mean the thumbnail for this video? The one of Tupac that I posted on Instagram yesterday? I'm assuming that's what you mean, but clarify. Kelly Lawrence sent $20. Thank you so much, Kelly. And says, congrats on 200,000. Thank you. It's a pretty big milestone, And it's not the easiest thing getting subscribers on YouTube a lot of times. And lately I've been getting a lot of subscribers new for some reason. I'm very grateful for it, don't get me wrong. It's really surprising to me, just out of the blue, all these new subscribers coming in, because we hit 200,000 not that long ago, a few days ago. I posted about it on Instagram, and now we're already, oh man, excuse me, we're already to what, 223,000. That's crazy. Man. By the way, everyone, if you haven't hit like yet, like the video, because it helps tremendously with the YouTube algorithms and stuff. So maybe people are hitting like more often, and that's why I'm getting more subscribers. And my hope is to one day be at a point where we don't have to have Patreon and stuff like that, and I can fund everything myself. You know what I mean? Without having to ask anybody for anything. And then you guys can just enjoy the birds and the streams and stuff, and there won't be any need for me to have some additional help when it comes to that sort of thing. So hopefully one day we'll get there, but right now it's certainly not that day. Okay. Tabitha Dasu? Am I saying that right? Tabitha says, just found your channel and I love it to bits. Y'all help me distress. Thank you. On a side note, Tupac reminds me of a laid-back TOUCAN from Pokemon. Everyone says that. I wasn't familiar with TOUCAN until recently. But there's a picture of Maeve on Instagram that looks like she's making the same kind of angry looking face that TOUCAN makes, and it looks just like the Pokemon. In some ways, I think she almost looks more like the Pokemon than Tupac does. But I guess the Pokemon's based on a Toucan. Are you falling asleep? Oh, someone asked me to talk about the thumbnail yesterday. So Tupac got a little bit of a makeover. You probably can't see because he's too far away here. You want me to pet you? But you guys know that like a year ago, I repaired his beak. You know, with that whole video that we did with the sandpaper and all. You want more pets, buddy? So there were some other parts of his bill that weren't perfect, but I didn't want to go too far with it because I didn't want to like wear through too much of the keratin. So I waited and stopped, and it's been about a year since we did that video where we repaired his beak. And I went back yesterday and did some work on it with some fine sandpaper, and it looks even better now. So some of the other little blemishes that he had before are gone, and it's still not completely perfect, you know. But his band here, if you guys notice, is a lot thinner than it was. The band at the base, I cleaned up his band because it was a little overgrown and it was flaking up. So I flaked the extra bits of that black band at the base off, and then I went over it again with some very fine sandpaper and some coconut oil, and it looks even better now. So there's still this one little spot right here that's a little indented for some reason. I don't know if I'm going to be able to really fix that though. It's going to have to take time, I think, for it to even out. But they do regrow the keratin over the beak. So oh, you lost a feather. But yeah, he's looking good now. I've been trying to get him out in the sun every day for a little while, just until we can move and get a nice place for them to spend more time outside on their own. Are you cuddly right now? Very soft. But yeah, you guys can probably see his beak all right there. See how the band's a lot thinner there? Such a handsome boy. Okay. Nicole, 18, says congrats on 200K. Love your content. Thank you, Nicole. Nicole or Nicole? Maybe it's splashing a lot of water around. I know. I'm going to have to clean it up here in a second. Yeah, who is this algorithm guy? Algorithm? I like that joke. Wolfwalk said, if Brock likes this algorithm guy, then he's cool with me. Ash Shukla says, hi Brock, I love your channel and the birds. Your videos are absolutely lovely and one of only things keeping me sane at home. I hope that you and the birds are doing well and stay healthy. Well, thank you very much. And you guys are, I know I have all the birds here, but they drive me a little crazy, as you guys have seen earlier. So in a lot of ways, you guys are the ones keeping me sane lately. And it certainly helps to have the birds here, don't get me wrong. But, they're a handful sometimes. So, Tupac is still falling asleep over there. Where is the picture blurry for you guys? Someone said their picture's blurry. It looked fine when I looked at it on. Let's see here. I'll bring it back up on my phone. Handful sometimes. It looks fine on my screen here. La 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 la. Everyone else says it looks good. Okay. The quality is not going to be as good as it is on other videos because it's streaming. So that's just the nature of how streams are, unfortunately. Brianna, you're fine. I guess is there something on the tip that was white or flaky or something? I don't recall that being there. So maybe I mentioned that in the video where I repaired his beak and I just don't remember because after I shot that video, I went over it again, his beak, and may have fixed that spot. And then since I've filmed so many other videos since then, just forgot that was even there. So, and then I see him every day anyway, so I don't go back and look at old videos and have that reference point as easily. So I could be wrong. Maybe there was a white spot. There's this little spot here that's like a little, I think on the camera maybe it looks a little discolored, but it's really just like it's like a indentation, I guess, or a divot a little bit. It's like there's a little rough spot right here where my thumb is. I don't know if you guys can see that. I guess maybe on the camera it could look white, but it's really just like it's a spot that's a little lower than the other part of the beak. I think that maybe when part of the beak chipped off when I was working at it, it may have pulled more keratin up than what was intended. So now there's a little scar there that'll eventually grow out, but it'll take a couple of years for that to grow out. Are you sleepy? Why are you so sleepy? Huh? Are you sleepy? You want to hold my thumb? Can I have my thumb back, please? Thank you. Epica says, toucan's behavior make me think of crows, especially the way they apprehend new things. Hello from Switzerland. Take care, everybody. They remind me a little of crows. They not just crows. They remind me of corvids, like jays and jays are corvids, aren't they? I typed corvid in and it autocorrected me to COVID. Yeah, I think jays are part of, jays, magpies, ravens, crows, okay, jackdaws. I thought they were in the same family, I was right. They do remind me a lot of corvids in general, not just crows, but also jays, because they're just, like, jays especially, like blue jays are just huge a-holes, you know what I mean? They chase other birds off and bully them, and that's kind of how toucans are a little bit. They are bullies, so they do remind me a little of that too. But they're more closely related to woodpeckers and barbettes. Okay, we need to update the bar. I think. What's the sleepy one's name? His name's Tupac. Oh man, my shoulder's like feeling weird. Why do some toucans have blue feet and others of the same species don't? Like Toko, for example. Toucans are weird because they have a lot of different variations based on regions and within the same species. But a lot of times they don't have blue feet because they don't get enough sunlight. And if you put a toucan out in the sun for long enough, eventually they start changing colors. Like the beak will get more orange and red, and their feet will get more blue. And Tupac's feet are pretty blue. But Maeve's feet, maybe because Maeve is still growing, but hers are like a bluish gray. I can't really see her feet right here. Yeah, well, hers are kind of blue, but she gets some sunlight too. So they are all a little bit different. Like even red-billed toucans, some have different shades of blue around their eye. Some have less red, if not any red at all, underneath their throat. And like with tocos, there's two different subspecies of toco toucan, a northern variant and a southern variant, and these variants will interbreed amongst each other. But the big difference between the two is the southern. Is it the southern? Yeah, the southern variant is smaller on average, and generally has a much wider throat, like white, like pure snow white, instead of this. Like Tupac's is a little. His is like a pale yellow. In a lot of places, I mean, it is white in some places, but it's more like a pale yellow, and then there's like red tips, reddish orange tips on the bib here, like on the bottom of the throat. And if you lift these feathers up, you can see they're pretty white, but he's more of the northern toco toucan. So even, I mean, there's different variations of the same species of toucan based on regions many times. For some reason, I don't know why that is, but that's the way it is. Toucans are kind of weird when it comes to that kind of stuff. Sorry guys, my like shoulder is like, man, I feel like I need to like pop it back in place or something. Yeah, but I mean, it is kind of like a, I'm not sure, someone said it's like a tan in a sense. I guess it's like a tan. You know, I'm assuming birds can get tans just like we can. I'm not sure if it's the vitamin D and the full spectrum light and all that kind of stuff, or maybe even the sun's radiation. I don't know, that's changing the way they look. I don't know what aspect of the sun exactly makes them look more colorful if exposed to it longer. But there is some part of the sun, and I'm fairly certain on this, that makes them look far more colorful, and generally more healthy if they have more time in the sun. I mean, they do like to sunbathe for a reason, so there's a reason they want to sit in the sun, and I think there's some aspect of the sunlight that they really need, and most toucans are deprived of. So that's why I try to take as much care possible to get them in the sun here, even though I don't have an enclosure for them to go outside in. Tupac doesn't need one, but Maeve will go out in a carrier. And, I'm really, my number one goal this year is at the very least have space for them to go outside, whether I move or not. So that's my number one goal, because they do need sunlight. And I think it's a crime for them not to get some, every day. And you can really tell when a toucan isn't being fed or isn't getting enough sunlight, because they just are not getting fed the proper nutrition, is what I'm trying to say. They can get fed, but not be properly, or not have the proper nutrition, because they start looking like really dull, like really. There's this person on Instagram that has a toucan. I'm not gonna say who it is, because I don't want to start that kind of crap. But their toucan looks like a taxidermy, because they feed it the wrong thing for one, and they keep it in a basement for two. And that's just like two big no-nos with toucans, in my opinion. I mean, not even in my opinion, that's just a fact. Big no-no. Feed your toucan right. If you're going to have a toucan, do it right, It's not that difficult to give it the proper nutrition. The information's out there. And then if you have the money that these people do, it's not that hard to freaking put your bird in the sun. Go look at Jamie Lee's bird tricks. Their toucan Rocco looks super healthy. Go look at it. Go look at theirs. He gets the proper nutrition and sunlight, and you can really tell. And even with Tupac looks a little more dull than he should, just because he doesn't get as much sun as he should. And I wish they did. That's, like I said, that's my number one goal, is getting them into the sun more. I don't know how I got off on that, but okay. Does Tupac need any exercise because of his age? Tupac can't get exercise because he has arthritis and his joints are fused, like in his knees and his ankles. Those joints are fused where he doesn't. He has very limited mobility in his legs, and his wings also don't extend all the way, and they have atrophy and stuff like that. So he just can't. He can't move hardly at all. That's why he's so calm. So he can't get exercise. You know, if he was healthy, he would be like Maeve right now. He'd be bouncing around all over the place, but he unfortunately won't be able to live that kind of life. I wish he could, but SH sent €2, I think, but with no comment. Thank you. Jurley Anderson, hopefully I'm saying your name right, sent $4.99 for Tupac and Maeve. Well, thank you very much. And they will get a nice bag of blueberries with that for sure. Or a little carton of blueberries. More like it. I was gonna do something and now I can't remember what it was. Oh, update the thing at the top. That's what I was gonna do. La 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 la. Okay, let's do that real quick. Gotta add this all together. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Well, we're almost a third of the way there. That's a good thing. Okay, let's go back. Let me make sure I didn't miss any comments here. Oh, I got stuff on PayPal too. I need to add that to the total as well. Hold on. Enjoy Maeve preening over here. Oh boy. Gotta add that. Plus. Okay. Okay. 742.87. Let's see if we can update this to the actual amount. Wait, did we remove it by accident? No, we didn't. Make sure 742.87. Okay. Okay, should be updated for real now this time. Didn't update. Okay, what is going on? Oh, I signed out of my account for some reason. Okay, that's why. Why does this keep happening? Why is there so many? There's always so many issues going on with everything. Usually they're caused by actual toucans, though. $742.87 and ending April 30th, 2020. Okay, there we go. Alright, we're good now, guys. Oh, God. Alright, Maeve, you go hang out on the lamp. Okay, we did get a new chat here, though. Oh, Charlie again. Charlie the Supersaurus says, time for a terrible joke. What do you call a pirate who lost all their treasure and is an AC/DC fan? Plunderstruck. Has Beatrice got a little more used to you and less bitey? She is a little more calm. A little more calm. It's going to be a gradual process, you know. She hasn't tried to lunge and bite at me in a while, which is a good thing. So I count that as a win. But she still won't. It's really hard for me to try to train them to step up. And I know every time I bring this up, everyone says, "Oh, target train them and get another perch. Try getting another perch and get them to step." That's not how toucans work, unfortunately. Like, you know how a parrot will basically stand their ground, and then if you get close, they'll try to bite you. And that's just not how a toucan works. They'll just fly away. They'll go somewhere else. So I've been trying to get her to step up on my arm or on my hand or anything, and I've gotten her to do it a couple times, like 2 or 3 times maybe. But I think the main thing is just for her, just to have time for her to get used to my presence and know that I'm not a threat to her, you know? And I think that's going to take a little while, because I think that she's had some bad experiences with people in the past and doesn't trust them, you know? So, which I can understand. I've had some of those experiences myself, so. Excuse me. But that's kind of what I was talking about earlier with the attachment style stuff that I was learning about. I was like, what are they? There's anxious attachment, which is like Maeve. Like, anxious people seem to, like, be more, well, they're more anxious. And then there's avoidant, and avoidant people, like, want to ignore or move away from problems, like not address them, you know, kind of withdraw themselves from situations, stuff like that. I recommend go reading up on this stuff, guys, because it's really interesting, actually, and I think it would help. It certainly helped me. I think it would help each one of you to learn about these different styles, because I think it definitely applies to people. And it seems to me like it might apply to birds to some extent, at least, because I can put each one of mine in one of those categories, and it explains their behavior a lot. And then what else was there? Secure. Secure people are, well, secure. They don't worry and freak out as much as others or withdraw themselves. You know, they're secure people, you know? And then there's the fearful style, which is what I am. And that's a mix between both anxious and avoidant fears, basically. And it leads to a lot of problems. So I think Maeve's certainly anxious. And then Tupac's, I think, a little anxious, but he's more secure, I think. I think that he spent a lot of time not being around people, and now that he has somebody like me that spends a lot of time with him, he's a lot more secure. But he does tend to get nervous when I leave the room. So that's the only reason I say he's a little bit anxious, but he's mostly secure. And then Beatrix is definitely fearful. And she both gets anxious and tries to avoid interactions that make her uncomfortable. So she's like me, basically. So I'll leave her in there. She doesn't want to be out here. I'll bring her out here, and she's like, I don't want to be out here. I'm scared. I fly away, blah, blah, blah. Try to hide under the couch, all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, all right, well, we'll put you back in here. I go put her back up, and when I put her up and I'm not in the room, she starts making a bunch of noise. She starts calling for me to come back in there, even though she doesn't want to be around me. Or she tries to push me away by biting me and running from me, but at the same time, she still wants me around her for some reason, and starts getting nervous when I'm not around. So I think she's definitely like that, and I can definitely relate to that feeling because I've been like that. I'm certainly a lot better now, but poor Beatrix has probably had some trauma with people in the past, and unfortunately that's influenced the way that she looks at her relationships with people and other birds. So, but it'll take a while for her to come out of that. I think with time it'll happen, but it's hard to say. I think she was most likely wild caught, and that makes them a little more unpredictable than what she would normally anticipate. So, because toucans are usually all pretty anxious. Are you about to poop? At least she's not pooping over here now. She's pooping on the floor back behind the couch. That's okay. Let's see. I wish I could send you guys a Coke. Unfortunately, there's no quantum Coca-Cola technology quite yet. Someone was asking if I could send one to them. Wouldn't that be nice for times like this, where you could just like teleport stuff into your house, like groceries and stuff? Although for me it's difficult shopping online because I don't know what to freaking buy when I'm not looking at it, you know? Like I have some basic ideas, like I need milk, I need eggs, I need cereal. But then like for meal ideas, the meals don't come to my mind until I'm like going through the aisles, and then I see, oh, look, I can mix these two things together or these three things together and make this. And I haven't gone to the store. My sister brings me groceries now because I don't want to catch all the stuff because of my heart issues, as I've said before, and she doesn't want me to either, so she's helping me out. But I don't know what to buy when I'm like making a list on my phone and then sending it to her. I'm like, what do I buy? Like some fried chicken, a frozen pizza. Like I don't know what to. Just nothing comes to my mind, you know. So it's always like this generic stuff that, like a frozen pizza, basically. I don't know, because I don't know what to buy. So I don't know if teleporting groceries one day would be a good thing for me. I need to go to the store and look at them and get ideas. Otherwise, I don't know what to do. Okay, we got some more chats coming in here. SH says, does Maeve ever fall asleep on your shoulder, or is she too much of a live wire? I think maybe she has once or twice. She usually comes and she sits close to my head, like right behind here. They don't typically want to sit on your shoulder. Toucans aren't shoulder birds, you know. They don't sit still, as you can see. um, so she will fall asleep near me, but it's usually like she'll sit on the couch, like right next to my head. And it's just hard generally for them to sit on your shoulder too, because when they turn their head, they're hitting their beak on your neck or your face, and it's just not that convenient for them. What are you doing? You got some pellets? You want some more blueberries? I'm gonna have to go clean all her water that she spilled back there out before it warps all the wood. Are you dropping food on the floor now? Okay. But yeah, she doesn't really fall asleep on my shoulder. What else? Where is the next comment here? Oh, Mr. Jam XS Jams, maybe? I don't know how to read your name, and I apologize for that profusely because they sent $100, and today that has been our biggest donation by far. So, and they say for my new favorite channel. Thank you so much. It means the world to me, especially in these crazy times. Let me know how long you have been watching, because it seems like you're probably a new viewer. And for new viewers especially to come and feel like they need to send in super chats and stuff, it's just, I don't know, it warms my heart. It makes me happy because it means like we've made a lasting impression on that person in such a short period of time, and that's just amazing to me. So thank you so much. And I'd love to hear more from you. If you want to send comments, I'll keep an eye out for them. So far, you are our biggest donator. I need to get the top donations thing back on the bottom. I removed it and then I forgot to put it back. So I need to do that before the next stream. Do you guys want to keep doing streams every week? I don't want to wear everybody out, because it seems like today we've had the fewest amount of viewers that we've had on a stream in a few months. Like we've had like maybe a max of 320 or so. And maybe just because I did it earlier. I don't know. But do you guys still want to do them every week, or maybe every 2 weeks? Let me know what you guys think. Alex Marziano is asking, or no, says, my favorite bird is the crimson rosella. Check it. I've seen a crimson rosella. They're beautiful. They were one of my, well, they are one of my favorite parrots for sure. Wait, yeah. Am I thinking of the right bird? Yeah, a rosella is a parrot. I have a picture of one in my head. And I want to, yeah, okay, that's the right bird I'm thinking of. Yeah, I do love those birds. I love the colors on them. I liked, those were one of my favorite parrots when I was a kid. And then I liked sun conures and rainbow lorikeets as well. I had different tastes when I was a kid than I do now, because now I would say like my favorite parrot's probably like a hyacinth macaw or something like that, or like a black palm cockatoo. I wanted a sun conure though really bad when I was a kid. And they're all very beautiful birds. Yeah, toucans are weird because they're not the most, well, their beaks are certainly colorful, don't get me wrong, but their bodies are generally just black. but there's something about the contrast in their colors and not the restraint in using the colors that I think to me now is far more appealing than like when I was a kid. I was just like, oh, the one that has the most colors I think is the prettiest, and now I'm kind of like, well, one's like an abstract painting where it just splashes of color everywhere, and then toucans are more like a, I don't know, like a Renaissance painting where there's like some restraint and use of colors and stuff like that, and the way they contrast and stuff like that. That just I find really is. It's just really mesmerizing to me now. She's gonna preen in front of the camera here for you guys. Toucans do seem to preen a lot, and very violently. She's like violently preening her wing feathers. Did you just? I don't know why she flew. She was preening here, flew down there, preened some more, and then decided, oh, I don't want to preen there. I want to come back up here. But she's doing the exact same thing. She's like, even when she has a specific task she needs to do, she needs to constantly be moving back and forth. See? It's just, I gotta jump in a circle real quick and then I'll finish preening. Freaking weirdo. I don't see any new. Well, we did have one on PayPal. Let me make sure they didn't send a. We need to add the other donations to the total as well. Make sure they didn't send any specific message. No comment. Okay. Oh wait, there was a comment. Why doesn't it show me the comment in the thing? Oh, wishing you and the cans a happy Easter. I love your heart for your birds. Thank you so much. You know who you are. I'm not going to say your name out loud because it's got your real name here on PayPal, and I don't want to compromise anybody's identities. Nobody would want that. But thank you very much. And they sent $30. Let me update the bar, and then once I update the bar, I am going to. Oh, the camera just shut off. Hold on. Hold on, guys. I know. Don't freak out. Everyone calm. Everyone stay calm. There we go. Nobody freak out. I'll update the bar. Okay. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I will update the bar when I get back. I'm going to clean up all the water Maeve left on the ground and put this other battery on the charger. So you guys are still going to see me, but I probably won't be as loud when I talk. So everyone get your questions or whatever together in the meantime while I go do that. to get a towel. Maeve, Maeve either hates towels or she loves them. I'm not really sure. She always wants to chase them, though. Get all this water up here. Look, a towel. See? She will chase it around. Man, you're so freaking clumsy sometimes, you know that? Excuse me. There's a bit of poo here as well. Not that much, thankfully. Alrighty. What else was I going to do? There was something else I came in here to get, but I don't remember what it was. Does anybody know? I came in here saying, what was I going to do? Clean up Maeve's water. And, why can't I remember what I was going to do? You guys ever do that? Like, you walk into a different room and then, like, your brain just, like, dies? Oh, you know what I do need to do, though? I need to go, take a pee-pee. So I'm going to go do that, and maybe I'll remember what I was supposed to do. I'll be right back. Watch the birds for me. Now, don't get into trouble. I'll just be a second. Are you getting into trouble? Okay. I still can't remember what I was supposed to do. Maybe I did everything I needed to do. Oh! Update the thing. That's what I was going to do. I don't remember. Okay. Well, let's get caught up on comments before we update it. Give me a second to get back to the little page. Man, my hair is getting like super long during all this stuff. Maeve, are you gonna be good? Okay. Did you just poop again? Alright, where did we stop off on? We stopped on, oh yeah, Mr. Jam XS. No, the Crimson Rosella. That was what it was. Okay. Thunderstar Warp sent $10 and is asking, are there any fruits they don't like? Also, can you give Tupac a little nuzzle? Are there any fruits they don't like? They don't seem to like raspberries or blackberries. I'm trying to think if there was any other fruits that I tried that they just weren't fans of. I don't think they like strawberries, if I remember correctly. Of course, well, those are the ones I can remember, but I was testing these with Ripley, and it's been a long time. So, we need to redo these tests with all three of the birds here now, and continue the fruit review series. Maybe are you gonna lose a feather? She's getting scared because there's a feather. One of her feathers on her wing is like falling out. And she's like freaking out because she thinks there's something on her. She's trying to pull it off. Look. Did you get it? Where'd it go? Where was that? What happened to your feather there? Did it just get stuck? Weirdo. Okay. Yeah, well, we're gonna redo all the fruits and see which fruits they don't like for the fruit review series. Because I honestly can't remember if it was blackberries or raspberries they didn't like, or both, or if they didn't like strawberries. Because I don't think I've actually tried them with Tupac or Maeve. But we will find out. We'll continue the fruit review series, and we'll do blackberries and raspberries and strawberries, and we'll figure out whether they like them or not. Mini Zucchini sent 500 Russian dollars. I'm not sure what that translates to. We'll have to find out here in a second. But they say, for your lovely banana birds from Russia. Thank you very much, Mini Zucchini. I like your name. Let's see what that translates to so we can properly credit them, though. Okay, that's a little. It's a little under $7, I think. Russian ruble. Yeah, a little under $7. So thank you very much, Mini Zucchini. Let's continue on here. Oh crap! I accidentally exit that out because I was looking that up. I think there was one more. We need to update the bar too. We'll update the bar here once I finish reading these most recent comments. Ashuri X sends $1 and says checking in from Tom Hanks disease quarantine. By the way, Tom Hanks disease comes from comedian Norm Macdonald, not me. So properly credit him for that joke and not me. I'm going to reuse the joke though because I don't want to say the words on my YouTube channel and have stuff get demonetized. So we're calling it the Tom Hanks disease, but Norm Macdonald, and I had the pleasure of meeting him last year, made that joke originally. So credit him, not me. I'm not that clever yet. Although it's not really clever, it's just kind of silly. Okay. Alex Marziano. Yeah, you sent one earlier. That's right. Good to see you again, Alex. Glad you're still here. Is asking, do toucans show much sexual dimorphism? So toucans are not sexual. Well, there's one species of toucan, an aerosary actually, not a true toucan, but an aerosary shows dimorphism. Solid dimorphism, because I'm going to get to that later. I think they're the only species that actually consistently has a difference between the two sexes. For those who don't know, sexual dimorphism is when the male and female of the species look different. So no toucan, except for one species of aerosary, as far as I know, is sexually dimorphic. But with toucans, generally speaking, the female is smaller, and not only are they smaller, they usually have a shorter, stubbier bill. And where males are bigger and have a longer, skinnier bill. Like Tupac, see how, like if you go look at pictures of Tupac and Ripley side by side, you'll notice pretty well that Ripley's beak was pretty long for a female, but it was much stubbier and like white. I don't know, like Tupac's comes more to a point like that, where Ripley's was more like, like that. So, and his is longer, and he is bigger than Ripley was. And with Maeve, you can see that her bill is generally not. I mean, her species is smaller than Toco toucans anyway, but her bill is shorter and thicker than what you would normally see. And same with Beatrix. Her bill is also shorter and thicker than what you would see. So normally, like, females have a short, stubby bill, and they're generally smaller. But there are exceptions to that rule. Like, for instance, my friend Dana has two aerosaries, and the female has a long, skinny bill, and the male has a short, stubby bill. So there are exceptions to that rule, but it's more rare. Usually you can look at them and say with 95% certainty what sex they are, but it's not true. It's not true sexual dimorphism. So it doesn't really count as being sexually dimorphic because it's not consistent and there's no clear differences. Like I can kind of tell the difference because I've seen so many toucans, but a normal person wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Whereas with the Straffen's toucanet? Yeah. Or no, it's not an aerosary that's dimorphic. It's the Straffen's toucanet that's dimorphic. Let me see what the differences are between them. Just so I know I'm right. I don't want to intentionally spread or unintentionally spread misinformation. Hold on. Or Saffron's toucanet. That's right. Not Straffen's. Saffron's toucanet. Yeah. Okay. I'll read this. The species. Yeah. Saffron's toucanet. Am I right? Okay. Here's where I got confused. So they're called a toucanet, but they're actually in the Araceri family. So biologically speaking, and like why can't I say that word? Binomially speaking, they're actually an Araceri, even though they're named toucanet. There was probably a point in their past history where they were considered a toucanet, and then they discovered after further studies that they were actually more closely related to an Araceri. So they are technically an Araceri, even though their name has a toucanet in it. So I was right; it was an Araceri, even though it's called a toucanet. It's not actually a toucanet. Okay, the adult male has a golden head and breast, olive mantle, and red rump. Females are similar to the male, but have more olive and less gold coloration. They also have a shorter bill. A young toucanet is mostly olive and gray colored with brown eyes and blotchy bill. So females are more olive colored than males, from what I'm reading here. More olive and less gold. I'm trying to see if there's a photo on here I can show what the difference is. They don't have a good comparison picture. This looks like a female right here. Oh, this is from the Dallas World Aquarium. Okay, the female has like more of an olive head, and the male has more gold on the head. That makes sense. This is what they look like, if you guys can see. Is it going to focus? I don't know if it's going to focus or not. Well, search Saffron's toucanet on Google and you'll see photos of them. But the female has more of an olive head, and the male has more of a golden head. That makes sense. So even their dimorphism isn't really prominent, like you would see on like take a Collectus parrots for instance. I mean, they're two completely different colors, even though they're the same bird. So. But generally speaking, males have longer bills they come more to a point. Females have shorter, more stubby bills. And they're generally smaller in body size, but that's not always the case. There are clear exceptions to that rule. We have a severe weather advisory going on here right now. All right, we got the window. Yeah, it did start to rain. It didn't even look like it was going to rain, but it did. Okay, let's continue on with our comments here. Okay, we're caught up on... Oh, let's update the bar. Let's do it. Let's update the bar, because we got a big donation earlier. And we want to make sure that's all included. Oh boy, okay. Now this is going to be... Wait, let's see here. Okay, let me add all this up. Bear with me, guys. Sorry. And then we gotta take PayPal into consideration. Damn it, did I just screw that up? I just freaking screwed that up. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Okay. Alright, we got it now, guys. I'm updating it now. There we go. So we're over 1/3 of the way there for this month. That's awesome. And I don't know, guys. If we keep this up, we're going to be well on our way to having a nice toucan sanctuary within the next year. So that'll be awesome. We're going to keep doing live streams and stuff. I guess I do need to start a Twitch and try to see if those that prefer Twitch want to get involved with everything. And of course, everything's going on right now, so in the world with the Tom Hanks disease. So, if we don't meet the goal during this period where people are struggling more, that's fine. There is some leeway because I'm saving a lot of money too, in addition to the live stream stuff as well. So hopefully we can get there, though. I don't know what. We're getting close, I think. Maybe in the next few months we'll be there, The letters and numbers are overlapping each other on the bar. That's because I added April there. And April is directly behind the number. Maybe I need to remove April, or the APR. I can do that. Let me go ahead and do it. How's this? Better? There we go. Can toucans catch the Tom Hanks disease? No, they're birds. It is only affecting mammals. I mean, it is affecting humans too, obviously, but it's only contagious to mammals. I think I read somewhere a tiger got it. Trying to see. Well, we'll start reading some of the other questions because we got maybe another 45 minutes in us or so. People are starting to kind of leave, I think. And it's thundering. I don't know can you guys hear the thunder? Do I have any new designs in mind for shirts? Not really. I should probably sit down and think about some. I do need to clean the store up a little bit, and I'll probably start taking all the sweatshirts away and put tank tops and more spring and summer options, because it's not nearly as cold as it was. So I'll probably do that in the next couple weeks, and then once I get all that cleaned up and then organized for summer, or for spring and summer, then I'll I'll start thinking about new shirt ideas. I'm fairly new to the channel. Why does Tupac have arthritis and stuff? He has arthritis and calcified joints and cataracts and all that kind of stuff. One, well, partly because he's old, or older than normal, but he's also been like that his entire life. He was donated to me over a year ago with those issues. I don't know when they first started, but the vet that I took him to, Dr. Thieland, thinks that he's had those issues since he was born. So why he has them, I don't know. Maybe he had poor calcium in his diet when he was a baby, or maybe something happened. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But I know that he's had those issues for a long time, and they're there to stay. And that's the way his life's just going to be, unfortunately. But he's had them long before he came to me. But he's a sweetheart. Unlike, it's kind of the opposite of Beatrix, because Beatrix is now healthy, perfectly healthy. All her respiratory stuff was cleared up shortly after I got her. But she's just mean now. And doesn't like generally to be around people. No, I put the other Aurora, I put the other battery on the charger. That's like the first thing I did. So it wasn't that. What I forgot to do was update the donation bar. 3 tigers and 4 lions caught the Tom Hanks disease? That's crazy. Did they get it from Carol Baskin? Oh, we got some new comments here. Kadozi Game says, greetings from New York. Greetings, Kadozi Game. One of my friends is actually just went to New York for, I don't even know how much time he's going to be there, but he's working on helping with the efforts in New York City with the, Tom Hanks disease. So, Alex Marziano, hello again, Alex, is asking, do owls and toucans share regions? Who is Alpha? Are there owls in South America? I guess I've never thought about that. Yeah, there are owls there. They share regions with eagles, though. That's more what would be looking for toucans would be eagles, like harpy eagle and all that kind of stuff. But the eagles, birds of prey, leave them alone. The toucans alone because they're too fast. They're not worth the effort to try and catch. They're just too fast for them, and they can dive in and out of the branches and maneuver through the foliage to where they just can't get them. Like an eagle's going to be looking for something that's out on the top of the canopy, or kind of maybe off to the side on a branch, something that doesn't move, like a sloth or a monkey or something like that. That's more easy picking than a toucan, because even araceres, which are smaller than the true toucans here, they're more the size of like a cockatiel or a conure. They'll nest underneath the nests of harpy eagles, because the harpy eagles help keep monkeys and other things from plundering their nests. And the eagles don't bother the araceres because they're just too quick for them to catch. They're not worth their time. They're not fast enough for a giant eagle to catch, or even a smaller eagle for that matter. It's just too much effort. So toucans don't really have, once they're adult sized, they don't really have any predators once they reach adulthood. When they're in the nest, that's when they're vulnerable. But once they fledge and they're able to fly and be very fast, then they're very vigilant animals, and they'll call out a predator to the rest of their flock before the predator has any chance to get close enough to catch them off guard, because as soon as they get a whiff of potential danger, they're gone. They're too fast, and it's too hard to catch a bird in a forest when it's diving in and out between tree branches and stuff like that. Like, it's not worth their time. So they don't really have many predators, as I was saying. If any predators when they're adults, especially the bigger toucans. Like Toco toucans will go. Toco toucans are the only species, to my knowledge, that actually lives outside of the forest. Like, they prefer more open areas, like the savanna areas on the edge of forest where the trees are more spread out, there's more grass, there's more open space, and they sit on top of those trees, and they don't care about predators or anything else. They just sit there open, making racket all the time, and nothing bothers them. I don't know if it's because they just know they're too fast for them to catch, or they will fight back. The toucans will fight back. They'll mob the predator, or especially if it's near a nest, or the predator just doesn't want to go near such a giant beak. It looks very dangerous, and it's very brightly colored, and those are two things that a predator is going to say, no, I'm not doing that. Not going to risk that, because it looks a lot more dangerous than it actually is. And then bright colors, especially colors like red or orange, kind of tell animals to not mess with that particular thing. So I think that toucans just generally are cocky bullies, and don't fear much once they're adults, especially big toucans like Toco toucans. So, who is alpha? I don't think they really interact much, so I don't know if there's really an alpha as far as that goes. I guess the owls would be, but they just don't bother the toucan, so I don't know if there's any there's no interaction between them really, so I don't know if there can be a hierarchy in the relationship if there's no interaction. Anyways. Let me continue on the comments here. Acer Light, good to see you again. Sent $24.99, but with no comment. Thank you so much. Glad that you're back. I'm guessing you just joined us. Trying to see. Okay, here we go. Brock, where can I donate if you're not live? Also, yes, please do lives weekly. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. If I'm not live, you can do PayPal or GoFundMe or Patreon, any of those. And I'll continue doing live streams weekly. I need to find the right day to do live streams. I can't tell if it's like during the week or if it's Saturday or at what time. Like, is it better if it's later, more towards 6 or so? Or is it better if it's earlier, Because today's stream has been by far like our smallest stream in the past, past couple months at least. Yeah, that's a good point. Owls are nocturnal. Most are. Not all owls are nocturnal, but most are nocturnal. So they probably don't even interact with toucans to begin with, which is something I didn't even think about. That's a good point. I was thinking more along the lines of eagles and other birds of prey. Even though the question was about owls, of course. But, Has Tupac fed a regurgitated blueberry to anyone else besides me? No. Unless he did it before he came into my life. He only has done that with me, and it's been No, he'll still bring me. He'll try to bring me food. He's not as pushy about it as he used to be, though. I think maybe he was just trying to gain my favor at first, and now he knows that he has my favor, and doesn't kind of like like you have a relationship with a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and when you first get into that, you're like, oh, this is great, blah blah blah, and then after a while, you're like, kind of take it for granted. It's probably the same thing with him. He's like, I don't need to feed this guy anymore. I got him wrapped around my finger. Try Friday. Maybe we'll try Friday next week for the live stream. I figure that Saturday would be a good day, but maybe not. I mean, most people are at home anyway, right? During all this stuff. Just wondering if it should be earlier in the day or later, Maybe I should do a poll, or two sets of polls. One would be what day, and then the other would be what time. That's a good idea. I would do a poll on YouTube on the community section or whatever. So it sends a message out to everybody, and then you guys can vote. I might do that. That's a good idea. I will do that. Larka1820 is asking, do Maeve and Tupac curl up like Ripley did when they sleep? Yes, they do. All toucans do that. Tupac to a lesser extent, because his arthritis makes it harder for him to lift his tail up over his beak. But all toucans sleep in a little ball, including Beatrix. Second part of the question, how would their setup change at a new place? Well, setup, it depends on what you mean by setup. Do you mean setup as in their enclosure, or setup as in just the general living space? Because both will change to some extent. I think I'll add another large double-sided macaw enclosure like I already have. I'll get another one of those, and then have both of those indoors for Maeve and Beatrix. So they'll have a little more space in that. Or I might just go get some go get some walk-in aviaries and just put them inside. Like the bigger cages that are meant for outside, but I might just put them inside. Or I might build some into the house to some extent. I don't know. I'll probably start off with that. And then the outdoor space. I mean, the biggest thing is I want to redesign. I can't really do that now because the house isn't very big, first of all, and I have too much crap in this one room. But because I want to have the kitchen area separate from the living area, you know what I mean? Because I don't really like the birds getting into the kitchen. It just makes me a little uncomfortable and nervous with everything that goes into having a kitchen for obvious reasons. And then the shelves up on the top, I don't want those shelves there. I don't want them to be able to get up high there. Oh, I want them to be able to get up high, but I'll create a different area for that. So, like, I kind of want to just, before I even move in, take time to just redesign or tweak some aspects of the actual house and living area that makes it easier for, one, the birds to live in and to get in less trouble, but also, two, space to set up lighting and places for cameras for doing streams and stuff. Maybe a green screen, something like that. Some kind of studio setup where I can do more streams. Like, imagine this. Imagine if you guys wanted to do a gaming stream type thing, Imagine if I had a green screen behind us right here, and pretend the couch isn't here. Let's say we just have one perch going across the green screen, one long perch, or some kind of gym, or, assortment of perches going across, and then Tupac has his space like normal. But imagine having all that and then one chair for me in front of a green screen, and then I can put the birds in view, kind of like how you're looking now, like other YouTubers do for gaming, and have the birds completely in the picture, via green screen, of course, and then still be able to play the game normally. You know what I mean? So just stuff like that, and especially with lighting, because the lighting in here sucks, for sure. But my main concern is I want them to have the ability to go outside during the day for hours at a time outside. So I think the thing I'll invest money into first is building an area or some sort of space where they can easily go outside and get sunlight during the day, where I don't have to go sit outside with them like I do now. So for their sleeping situation, which they normally just sleep in their enclosures, probably isn't going to change too much, maybe a little bit. But for the most part, the whole living and quality of life for not only me, or not only for the birds, but also for me. Make it easier for me, make it easier for the birds, and less of a hassle to keep them out of trouble and to film and stuff like that. Because it's a whole thing when I have to try to film with them here normally, because it's like I have to try to get the lighting right and then make room for the camera and then, rearrange a whole bunch of stuff, turn fans off, and I'd rather not have to do all that every single time. So, but maybe some kind of lighting where is battery powered and I can roll it around easily, and I don't know, just a bigger, more wide open space. And then instead of having shelves up high or shelves like over here where they can knock stuff down, get rid of those shelves, not have any shelves, and have maybe some perches up towards the ceiling they can get to, and perches like here, and perches in the corner. More perch area that's normal for a bird to be in and not a shelf. Like more perches, less shelves. That's the goal. Oh, geez, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. You want a blueberry, Maeve? There you go. Help yourself. Now, someone told me to give Tupac a nuzzle or something earlier, and I forgot to do that. And he doesn't always want it, but there. We forced it upon him. Let's continue here. How long will it take for Maeve's beak to turn fully red? I really don't know. I wish I could say. It'll probably be within the next 10 months or so, maybe a little bit more. I've never seen a red-billed toucan grow in full time, but based upon what I know about tocos, they usually don't develop their full pattern and colors until about 2 years into their life. So it's probably going to be about that for her as well. Emily Pancake says, Saturday, April 18th is my birthday. Well, happy birthday. And your birthday is only 17 days after mine. So happy birthday to you. Everyone seems to think that Saturdays are better, generally speaking. Brianna is asking, Dallas is right in the middle of Tornado Alley. What would you do with the birds in the event of a twister? And congrats on 200,000 subscribers. Well, I guess it would depend on whether I had birds living outside or not. Because inside here, just take them into a safe place. That's what I would do here. We've got hit with a lot of tornadoes here, and I'm from Oklahoma, which is right in the middle of Tornado Alley. Thankfully, I've never had to suffer any losses from a tornado, but I know people who have. And for the birds that would be inside, I'd have to, just take them into shelter the same place I would go to. If they were outside, I don't know. That's a good question. I'd have to ask around and see what zoos do and stuff. Or if maybe... Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Maybe have some sort of like concrete or metal kind of space like that's in right behind where the aviaries are, where I could put them all back in there if there's severe weather. And that might be the best I could have to do though, if there were wild birds. It'd be one of those things I have to think about when the time comes. But it's a good question. I don't know. I'll have to ask around to other people in the area and see what they do. And think about it. I have thought about it before, actually. But Brenda F. sent $4.99 and says, thanks for taking such good care of the bananas. It's my pleasure to do that. So thank you for thanking me for doing something I enjoy. You want to come down? Oh, buddy. Okay. All right, that's fine. Oh, boy. Excuse me. Did I miss the thing? Where's Beatrix? She's not out. I might not let her out this stream. I don't want to overwhelm her too much because it starts freaking all the other birds out too whenever she's out and gets nervous. And Maeve's being calm right now for a change. Beatrix will be in... Oh, maybe she wasn't in that video. She's in the mirror video, briefly. I might get her out for a little bit. We'll see what happens. Maybe not, though. I don't know. I'm trying not to overwhelm her. I think it's overwhelming to her to have her out and have me talking loudly and gesturing with my hands and all that kind of stuff constantly. I think it makes her really nervous, and I don't want to freak her out too bad. Ooh. Yeah, maybe a shed behind each aviary for the tornado situation, or kind of like a safe space indoors behind each one. I don't know. It's a good question. Might have to ask the zoos in the area, or not the zoos, because they definitely have indoor space for most of their animals, or their animals are indoors. Maybe the Dallas World Aquarium. Well, they have a facility off-site. They might be able to tell me what they do. I don't know. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Holy crow. Just found this channel from your pick with Norm, and I know I'm going to enjoy it. That's weird. Was it the tagged one on Instagram from like last year? Yeah, my back cracks a lot. I'm sorry, guys. Notice your guitar. This is from Mr. Jam XS again. I play myself. How long have I been playing? I've been playing since 2007, maybe? So how long has that been? Man, I cannot do math. Like 14 years? No, wait. Is that right? Yeah. 13 years, maybe? Yeah. I've been playing for about 13, 14 years. Since I was a wee lad. I was like 15 at the time when I picked it up. Tupac is washing his beak down here. Getting a nice little drink. Getting a nice sip. If any of our mods are on and people are spamming the chat, feel free to mute them for this stream. Just saying. I'm trying to read through some of the comments here. Do I have any names planned for future birds? Not like I had for Tupac and Beatrix or Maeve. I think I'll probably just take it each bird at a time next time. I don't know. I might like to get a female Toko and name it Ahsoka, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I think the next bird I get, if it's not a rescue, it'll be another Toko, like so we can have a baseline for a healthy Toko toucan, so people know. Tupac's rubbing his beak all over the ground down here. I imagine he's probably going to come up to me in a second and want back up. What are you doing? You want me to pet you? No? Okay. Do they take cuddles? Sometimes. Do toucans enjoy listening to music, or do they ever react to it? Well, that's a good question. They don't dance like parrots do, you know? Oh, you want more blueberries? Well, excuse you. Hold on. Come here. Look, I got one for you right here. Maeve acts really weird when I play the guitar, and I don't know why that is. I might actually do a guitar video, because I know you guys really want to do a guitar thing, or to hear me play and all that kind of stuff, so I might do a guitar video in the near future and record how the birds react to it, because Maeve does act really weird when she really wants to be out specifically when I'm playing. And when I do play, she just doesn't want to leave me alone for some reason. And she tries to bring me food. Specifically, she doesn't try to bring me food any other time unless I'm playing the guitar. And if I'm playing it, she tries to bring me blueberries, and I don't know why. I don't know. I can't think of any reason that she would specifically want to bring me food while I'm doing that. And if she's in the other room, like if I put her up to sleep and I'm out here doing it, the moment I start playing, it doesn't matter if it's dark or anything, she just starts making noise and starts calling like she wants to come out. And then when I do actually play, she just comes into the area I'm in and just won't leave me alone. So she has an obsession over, I don't know if it's music or loud noises, or I really don't know. Maybe she's jealous that I'm giving something else attention and not her. I think it has something to do with the noise, because she comes and she tries to give me food specifically when I'm playing. So I don't know why. I don't know why it is. I wish I knew. I can't think of any reason why she would be doing that. I really can't. Hey, are you digging at my pants? You want this? She's like digging in my pant leg. Maeve can get very clingy sometimes. And we do got some super chats. I need to... Sharon Hulse sent $20. Thank you so much, Sharon. And just sent a gift that says, "You are amazing." Thank you, Sharon. You're amazing. Thank you for watching. Maudlin Dork, hello again, sent $5 and says, "Don't worry about getting Bay out. Everyone wants the bird's well-being as number one. Love what you do." Yeah, I'll probably leave her. I'll probably leave her in there for this stream. I know she usually comes out for streams, but I don't want to overwhelm her too much. I think it's really overwhelming specifically for the streams for her to be out. Look at her sticking her head up in there. There's no eggs in there for you to eat. I'm sorry. She's having fun though. But yeah, I don't want to overwhelm Beatrix like I was saying. Excuse me. Trying to... Maeve is my number one fan, that is true. Research seems to show that birds have perfect pitch, hence why birds are never out of key when they sing or make sounds. I don't know, Maeve. Maeve makes some weird notes sometimes, so I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with notes that birds respond. Ow! What the hell, man? Stop. Stop biting me. You can play with my pants, but don't bite my leg. That hurts. Maybe there is something to the notes that they respond to. Maybe Maeve specifically responds to the notes because she doesn't croak, she yelps. So the yelping toucans actually make like 3 or 4 different notes that they, when they sing, they put them in different orders to make their little songs. So there might be something to that. I don't know. That's a good point. But I might do a guitar video for you guys if you want one. Let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm saying something weird in bird language. That's a possibility. Dogs react to high frequencies and pitch. Maybe it's a vibration thing. And I think you might be onto something, talking about pitch and notes. That might be something that Maeve specifically responds to, just because her species makes different notes when they sing. So maybe she thinks that I'm calling to her or something, or I don't know. I don't know why she'd try to feed me though. And she's not even sexually mature enough to be thinking about babies. So I don't think she's trying to feed me or anything because she thinks I'm her baby. Are you having fun? Are you having fun? You have a whole bucket of toys down there and you choose to pull on my pants. They're sticking her head in there. She does like Toucan Ripley did this too. They'll stick their heads in your pocket and try to dig whatever you have in your pocket out. I think that's because they raid the nest, like the cacique nests in the wild. So they must have a desire to dig and nest like objects and fish whatever is in there out. I think that's what she's doing right now. She's really trying to tear at my jeans. That's not going to work. You're not going to tear denim. Hate to tell you. Your beak's not that sharp. Okay. You done? Is that it? That's all you wanted? Are you trying to get a different angle now? David Stevens sent $4.99 and is asking, has Tupac ever listened to Tupac? Yes, he has, because I listen to Tupac. So he has heard Tupac many times, and he's heard Biggie and NWA, Wu-Tang Clan, all those classic hip hop artists. So, but they don't have a response to beats like parrots do. You know, parrots will kind of dance, especially like cockatoos. They don't seem to have that kind of response to it. Not that I've seen, at least, in any of them. Can they get ticks? I think any animal can get a tick. So, yes. Do I ever feed the birds chicken eggs? Yes, from time to time. There's a few videos of me feeding them eggs on the channel. So, from time to time, they do get some eggs. I've tried, well, I haven't tried with these birds, but with Ripley, I did give her some quail eggs before, which she liked. So, Jody sent $2.99 with no comment. Thank you, Jody. What's the delay on the stream? I'm not sure what you mean. How does a toucan make a sound with their syrinx? It's their voice that's making the sound. Tupac probably wants me to let him back up. He's sitting here waiting for me. Here, May, why don't you give that a rest for a second while I go get Tupac? Quit sticking your head in there. There's nothing in there. Here, watch this. We'll take this Gatorade lid and we'll stick it in my pant leg and see if she can fish it out. And like this tennis ball here. You wanna come try to get it? Come on. She's over here looking. Come closer so they can see you. She's looking inside. Look at her. You're so weird, Maeve. Oh, man. Keep looking. You'll get it eventually. There you go. Almost got it. You're the worst nest raider of all time, Dave. You suck at this. You need to get good. Get good, scrub. Become better at raiding nests. I guess they are kind of far up here, though. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Almost got it. Try again. I hope this is entertaining to you guys. Yeah, this is your Easter egg hunt right here. There you go. Oh, that was short-lived. Is that all? All that work? All that work for nothing. So you could go back to doing the same thing you were doing earlier. Freaking weird bird. Okay. I need to try to read some of these comments again. Trying to read comments and you're biting me. What's with that? Okay, we're caught up on ow, 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 stop. On super chats, I think. She likes the flavor of the pants. Yeah, that's what it is. She likes the flavor of denim. There's nothing in there. She was really going at that. Should have just made a video about her trying to destroy my jeans. Ow, don't bite my leg. You can bite the pants. Stop biting my leg. Is there any way Tupac mates with either Beatrix or Maeve? Technically, it's possible. However, it is not likely for two reasons. One is toucans are, they're almost impossible to breed in captivity to begin with. If they're not, especially if they're not wild, like afraid of humans. If they're bonded to humans, it's like they're not going to breed. If they live in a house, they're not going to breed. And this is with their own species. So, and not only that, not only is Tupac living in a house and bonded with people, but he has health issues. And Beatrix and Maeve are both completely different species. They're not toucans. So it's possible on a technical level because they're in the same family. Is it the same family they can interbreed, or is it the same genus? Maybe it's the same genus that can interbreed freely. But they're in the same genus. They're in the genus from Fastos. But it's just not. It's not likely. It's very, 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 very minuscule chance because not only are they different species, Tupac has health issues. They live inside. They require very specific environment and triggers in order to get them in the mood to actually breed and reproduce. And they need to be outdoors. And they're different species, so it's possible. It's technical it's possible on a technical level, but it's not likely at all. That'd be cool. I mean, it'd be cool if there were. I think it would be cool to see what a red-billed toucan and a toco toucan mixed together would look like, but it's just not going to happen, unfortunately. I've never seen a hybrid toucan either. Or I guess technically the Inca toucans and the the Crichton. Is that it? There's a couple of, but those are just mixes of the same, well, different subspecies. So I guess that doesn't really count. Anyways. Trying to bring up the comments here again. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Trying to see if I need to wear skinny jeans so there's no gap. Yeah, right. I would not go well with skinny jeans. Yeah, Maeve is a material girl. Somebody said the towel, the jeans, Maeve is a material girl in true Madonna fashion. She's living in a material world. She does. She likes to pull on material. That's for sure. I can't believe how like occupied she's been just pulling at my jeans here for. I mean, it's been at least a half hour now, right? And she keeps looking in there. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. I want to put something else in there. Let's see if she actually digs it out and does something with it or not. She still stayed on my foot when I put my foot down. Like, look. I have a hole in my sock. She tries to bite my feet through the holes in my socks too, if I ever have any. Okay, I put the Gatorade lid back in there. Let's see if she digs it out. Oh man. Imagine just now coming into this live stream and you've never seen this channel before and they're just like, what the hell is going on? Like there's a bird digging this dude's pant leg and everyone's just sitting here watching it. Oh man. This is the kind of weird stuff that's like that they do that's harder to catch on film, so I'm glad I'm doing live streams where there's a chance that they might start doing some weird stuff when there's like the camera's recording for longer. You having fun? Are you done already? Thanks for not pooping on me yet, at least. You done? You bored? You about to poop? If you're gonna poop, do it on the floor. What are you doing? What are you looking for? She's intent on trying to get something out of here. Do you see that lid in there? I need to make some pockets out of some material or something that she can tear at. I can put some stuff inside of it, like little pouches or something. There you go. Maybe food. She doesn't even want what's in there. Nope. She pooped, but I was quick enough to move her out of the way. We gotta clean that up now, okay? Give me a second. I need to end the stream here pretty quick, too. Are you looking at your handiwork there? Oh, you got a tiny bit on the couch here. Let's get that off first. So people are looking at my butt probably. You gotta pay for my OnlyFans for that kind of content, guys. I'm just kidding. I don't have OnlyFans and I never will. Don't start messing with the microphone again, please. That's all we need. All right, guys, let's take a last call for super chats and comments and stuff like that. And then we're going to call it a day. Oh, please don't bite my nipple. Can you not? We'll do, we'll put blueberry, well, I'm going to figure out some kind of something to put some food in that's like a pocket. What are you doing? There's nothing in here. You want to look in my pockets? Look, there you go. What are you so interested in all of a sudden about my pants? What is Tupac doing? He's chilling and wondering what the hell is wrong with Maeve. Because she's acting weird and crazy today. Okay, don't bite there, please. You want some blueberries? Here, I'll open that up for you. Hold on. There you go. Have fun. Okay, I'm going to try to answer any last questions here. And then we will end the stream. And call it a day. And this was not our most successful stream, but it was certainly not bad. We're a third of the way to our goal. So, and the goal is not firm or anything, of course. It's just a hopeful goal. So, random Mechanicus guy? Hopefully I'm saying that right. They say, hope you're doing well. Goodbye from Scotland. And thank you for joining us, Visible Confusion Obi-Wan, as your avatar there. Tupac does want some blueberries. That's a good point. I keep forgetting that he can't come down and get them himself. Happy? Alright, last call for any blueberry messages or super chats. If you just include give Tupac or... Well, Maeve's got all the blueberries she wants right now, so give Tupac a blueberry. I will do that. Just let me know in the chat. Oh, you still got one. Okay. Andrea Brucellari. Is that right? Andrea Brucellari says, my mom and I are big fans. Have a wonderful Easter. Oh, thank you for joining us. And to your mom if she's watching as well. And I hope that you guys also have a wonderful Easter. We need some Easter toucan eggs. Well, I guess well, I really want to do that Easter video now that you guys mentioned it earlier, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to this year. I'm trying to remember where I put those Easter eggs from last year. I think that a lot of them got broken. If I can find them, I'll do the Easter video. But if not, you know why. But there will be a new video tomorrow. Yeah, and then we'll do a vote for the next live stream and see which day, which day and stuff works for you guys the best. The day and time. We'll start with day, Monday through Sunday, or Sunday through Friday, or Saturday. My brain is just fried, isn't it? David Stevens says blueberry for Tupac. Here you go. Here you go, Tupac. That's from David. Say thank you, David. Connor McMenemy says my donation for this stream. Thanks for the chill evening. Look after yourselves. Can't wait on that guitar video. Scratch the pock for me. I will give him the scratch for Connor. Thank you for joining us again, Connor. All right, that's as good as I'm gonna get with Tupac right now because he's not in a petting mood. Blueberry for Brock. You know, I would eat a blueberry, and then I think, yeah, but I could give that to the birds, and they kind of need that, you know? Yeah, maybe we could do an Easter video with actual... I do have some real eggs, so maybe I can hard-boil some eggs and put the hard-boiled eggs around for them to hunt instead of... Yeah, that might work. Can you dye? Can you dye with food coloring hard-boiled eggs? Like with water, maybe? Huh. I wonder. I'm going to do some thinking about that. That might be a good idea. But I did want to put fruit inside the eggs and have them hunt for that. But maybe a good alternative would be hide some hard-boiled eggs around. Of course, that's going to be so messy, but I'll clean it up. It'll be fine. There's another thing I'm going to change about the environment when I move. I'm going to get couches and stuff that are hopefully leather or something, or maybe leather on the back that are easier to clean than these fabric couches. These couches have had this couch has had a rough life between Ripley and the 3 birds I have now. It's endured a lot of scrubbing and soap. But yeah, that might be a good idea. Maybe I'll do a hard-boiled eggs thing. Maybe I'll find a way to put the I don't know. Maybe I can like squeeze a blueberry into the egg somehow. We'll figure something out. I'll figure out something. That might be a good idea. When is Easter anyway? Oh, it's tomorrow. Crap. Maybe, well, that would be really hard to do. I don't know. I might do an Easter video, but I forgot that it was tomorrow because it's Sunday. Man, should I even put a video out tomorrow since it's a holiday? I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, guys. Don't worry. Gage Conrad asks, how old are all the toucans? Tupac is 16, going on 17 here in a couple months. Maeve is about to be 1 in like a month. And Beatrix is presumably 2, although I'm not sure because I don't know when she was born exactly. But based upon how she looks and her growth that I've seen in other photos from before I had her, she's about 2 years old. So Tupac is by far the oldest one. Charlie the Supersaurus, good to see you again, Charlie. Says, please stay safe and have a super weekend, everyone. It was really great to share this time with you all. Much dino love to everyone and the birds. Thank you, Charlie, for joining us. Thank you for the kind words. And I hope to see you on the next stream. And I think that about does it. So we're gonna call it a night. And I just want to thank everyone for joining us. And next stream, yeah, I did just, someone said, I just realized I did the stream during Easter night for some people, and thus the low outcome of people. I guess, I mean, I knew it was going to be Easter, but the thing is, I figured most people would probably be home given the global circumstances. So, you know, I didn't think too much about holidays, in all honesty. But again, thanks you guys so much for watching and for joining me. If I don't put a video out tomorrow, I will put it out Monday. So keep an eye out for the video tomorrow or Monday. And I probably will lean towards Monday, but it could come out tomorrow. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. If I'm gonna finish the video up today, like editing and everything, and then if I'm feeling tomorrow, I feel like tomorrow will be a good day, I'll put it out. If not, I'll probably save it for Monday, just so more people have the opportunity to see it and not miss it when it comes out, in case they're busy with Easter, which to me is really weird. Why are you doing Easter when there's supposed to be all this crazy stuff going on? It just doesn't seem very wise to me. But, you know, is what it is. One more. Meredith Raymond sent $5 and says, Happy Easter. Thank you, Meredith, and Happy Easter to you as well. Well, I guess that about does it. I'll update the donation bar in between streams. But thank you guys so much for coming, especially since it's the eve before a holiday. So my bad for scheduling it on top of that. Keep an eye out for the polls to see which day works the best for streams and time. And we'll get that figured out this week. And we're going to try to set a specific day for streams unless it's special occasions, like for Maeve's birthday, for instance. We're going to have a special stream, you know, and stuff like that, which may or may not be Saturday or whatever day we choose. So, but everyone have a great Easter. Thank you for spending the time with me. It really does help keep me sane. I've been going through a lot lately, and you know, I don't know. I know I haven't shared a lot of that with you guys, but you guys being here with me has been a huge blessing, and I really can't thank you enough. So, we will see you next week, and what more can I say than thank you, and everyone have a great night and a great Easter, and we will see you next time. So bye for now. We're going to go shut it off now. Here we go.